Hello and welcome to the Full-Thrive YouTube channel. We're a bunch of freelancers that find clients we like, do work that we love on our own schedule. And also, we make sure that we get paid what we're worth. And that starts with getting a deposit paid upfront. Now, how do you decide how to get paid so that you can ask for a deposit? Is it hourly? Is it project-based? By deliverables? By timelines? So many questions, so many options. You can get paid so many ways. In this video, I shared with the freelancers in the Facebook group all the different types of payment structures that will help you decide which deposit makes sense for you. If you're ready, it's coming up. How to apply to an hourly job, go through the discovery call, send them a proposal, get them to say yes, and then you're going to change you're going to change how it's being paid in Upwork. And I'm going to show you two examples of how I communicate this. I don't try to confuse them too far or early in the process. I go through the process like it's a normal sale. And once they say yes and we get started, then I explain to them, okay, you're going to need to fund this in Upwork today. And then we're going to create these milestones, and this is what they look like. So here's that email. So she asked about working through Upwork, and I said, no problem through working Upwork. We're going to need to adjust the project fees to match the timelines because it's my proposal stays. So 30% upfront, funded today. Okay. And then milestone number 2, 2 weeks from the start date, 4, and then the very end. And I go in, I think she did it, but I can go in and make those changes myself. I don't have time to get into the full details of Upwork. It's in my Upwork course about how you do this. But you have as much control as a client does. You can go in and propose a different type of contract where you say, this is the project and here are the milestones and when they should be paid. Okay? So right here, we can get you started on your homework this week if the initial milestone is funded, right? I know you're anxious to get started, blah, 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 blah. So I add that in there. But we can get you started when the deposit's paid. Again, I know this might be going over some of your heads, but I want you just to go, oh, there's other possibilities here. Okay, so here is an example of a client, again, on Upwork. Upwork let me change the contract to a fixed fee or a project basis. And I created milestones based on our proposal. Then when I send this, the Upwork will send them an email that says, here's Lisa's proposed contract. And I copied everything from my proposal and I put it into the Upwork milestone. So tried to keep everything so it's about the same, okay? Then here's the description. And if you want to copy this, that's fine. When you're ready to accept my proposal, fund the first milestone. I will go in and quote unquote submit work and you release those funds before we even get started. This is how you get paid a deposit on Upwork up front. It would work the same way with the hours. You could say, I am going to submit 5 hours. So you're going to fund 5 hours. I'm going to submit work before I do any work for 5 hours. You're going to release those funds. Okay. And then it's, saying here, then we can get you moving and then I can send over your initial assignment. I just make it clear for them. Okay. Now, when you're working on Upwork, just because somebody funded a milestone, you submitted work, they accepted it and released the funds, Upwork, you still have to wait around a little bit before Upwork will actually release the funds. But I believe that is it's at least clear it's in your account or it's coming to you. So that is how. So again, this is not just protection. This is setting you up to run the show. I am going to lead this. Even from the point where you said yes, I am still holding control. You are going to do the things I want you to do when I tell you to do them. They love it. Clients love it. I'm telling you, they love to be led. They love to just be like, whatever you tell me to do, Lisa. Like, sounds good. Okay. You need to have a process for this, and then you need to have the confidence to communicate it. Both of those things. Don't just try to tell them to do this without being clear or showing them how to do it. So you got to have the process, and you got to believe in it so much that you can say it as confidently as I'm saying it. I didn't do it as confidently my first time or my second, my first year, but I'm very confident now. Okay. So, all right. It's important that you always lead the process. You are the guide. You likely know more about Upwork. And if you're just getting started, maybe you don't, but you will eventually. And so a client may not suggest or offer or know what to do. So you go, you know what? I'll go ahead and change the contract, or I'll do this and this and that. You know more about Upwork, and you can tell them how it works. Save the client some time and effort. Okay? You go and do the work. Change the milestones, send a new proposal to them. This way you make sure it's done correctly. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you my clients are like, oh, I'll go set this up. And then I'm like, no, you didn't get it right. And we're back and forth, and they get frustrated, and everybody's like irritated. So you can just make sure it's done correctly. The truth is that most people are excited to get started. So you want to capitalize on that momentum. You want to capitalize on that energy. You want to keep the momentum going. That is your responsibility. Let me just remind you, the benefits of getting a deposit. It sets the tone. You are the guide. It keeps projects on time, regardless if it's just a deposit or these milestones of every 2 weeks. You better believe they're going to stay more on time than if you let them run the show. And then, of course, you are getting paid upfront because that is where the value is delivered. I say this all the time, but in this case, it's still true. Clear is kind. You've got to get your shit together and communicate it well, so that the client has confidence that you know what you're doing. And so as you think through this, you may not want to apply every single piece of, information I shared with you. You might go, oh, I'm going to try this one thing now. I'm going to incorporate that. Oh, and I'm going to add that. Don't feel like you have to do it all today and all at once and change everything, because you're probably going to fumble and stumble. So just pick a couple things to start with, or one thing to start with. This is so important to me, and why I repeat it over and over and over and over again. It is so possible, you guys, to build a business with clients you like, doing work that you love, without wasting time, without losing money, without things dragging on. You are in charge. Hey guys, I hope you found that valuable. Are you looking for more information about freelancing? How to find clients you like, do work that you love on your own schedule? We've got a ton of videos, and if you subscribe, you will always know when the next video drops. We also have a Facebook group called the Full-Thrive Freelancers. We have great discussions over there, Q&A, and masterclasses that you don't want to miss. So if you want to get into a community, check us out there.